Hey everybody, I'm excited to be with you. Can you join me in 1 Corinthians chapter 2? We're talking saints under construction as we build. That is our theme. I'm excited to jump into lesson number 2. As we build, there must be no divisions among us. Let's get back into what was Paul talking about there at the beginning of the letter. Read with me 1 Corinthians chapter 2, starting in verse 6, where Paul says, "Yet among the mature we do impart wisdom." Remember, our faith must not rest in the wisdom of men, but in the power of God. That was lesson number 1. And so Paul says, what we're sharing is not a wisdom of this age or of the rulers of this age who are doomed to pass away, but we impart a secret and hidden wisdom of God. Do you have your highlighter? Let's highlight that phrase. We impart a secret and hidden wisdom of God, which God decreed before the ages for our glory. As a class, we might look a little more at the rest of chapter 2, but for now, with that in mind, that our faith must not rest in the wisdom of men, but in the power of God, let's move on to chapter 3, verse 1. Paul says, "I, brothers, could not address you as spiritual people, but as people of the flesh, as infants in Christ." They needed to grow up. "I fed you with milk, not solid food, for you were not ready for it. And even now you are not ready, for you are still," let's highlight this phrase, "you are still of the flesh." What's he mean by that? How do disciples who are under construction sometimes act in really immature ways? Well, he highlights several things for us. Jealousy and strife among you. You're in the flesh and behaving only in a human way, because there were some who were saying, we heard it a little last week, "I follow Paul," and another, "I follow Apollos." When you do that, aren't you acting in merely a human way? Notice verse 5. "Who then is Apollos? What is Paul?" These were servants through whom you believed. God used these messengers as servants to help these saints believe. "I planted, Apollos watered." It's important that we highlight this phrase. God gave the growth. So neither he who plants nor he who waters is anything, but only God who gives the growth. He who plants and he who waters are one, and each one will receive his wages according to his labor. Remember, we're building on this foundation of Jesus, and we've got to be careful how we build. And if we devote our lives to building, God's going to take care of us. There will be a reward for that. We are God's fellow workers, Paul says. You are, let's highlight these. You are God's field. You are God's building. What can we learn from that? We'll circle back around to that. For now, let's read in verse 10. "According to the grace of God given to me, like a skilled master builder, I laid a foundation. Someone else is building upon it. Let each one take care how he builds upon it. For no one can lay a foundation other than that which is laid, which is Jesus Christ." Here's the foundation of everything we're talking about this quarter. There is a foundation. His name is Jesus. We're saints under construction. We've got to take care how we build. Now, if anyone builds on the foundation with gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, straw, each one's work will become manifest, for the day will disclose it. Can you highlight that word, the day? What does Paul mean by that? What is coming? It will be what we build and how we build will be revealed by fire, and the fire will test what sort of work each one has done. Let's highlight that and come back to that. How is our work going to be tested? If the work that anyone has built on the foundation survives, he will receive a reward. If anyone's work is burned up, he will suffer loss, though he himself will be saved, but only as through fire. Do you not know that you are, let's highlight, you are God's temple? What does it mean to be God's temple? How should that shape the entire way we live our lives, especially when we highlight this? God's Spirit dwells in you. If anyone destroys God's temple, God will destroy him. God's temple is holy. You are that temple. Let no one deceive himself. If anyone among you thinks that he's wise in this age, let him become a fool that he may become wise. For the wisdom of this world is folly with God. It's written, He catches the wise in their craftiness. And again, the Lord knows the thoughts of the wise, that they are futile. Let's end right here. Let no one boast in men. Why does Paul keep emphasizing this? Why did those disciples, why do we still need to remember this? Let no one boast in men, for all things are yours, whether Paul or Apollos or Cephas or the world or life or death or the present or the future, all are yours, and you are Christ's. And Christ is God. So, where have we been? We are saints under construction. As we build, lesson number one, our faith must rest in the power of God. What's the power of God? The word of the cross. Lesson number two, there must be no divisions among us. Why does that matter so much? Let's talk about it together. Hope I've set you up for good discussion. Thanks for being in class. Have a great start to this new week.